Hello and welcome to the Dice by the Sword podcast. We release these podcasts every Wednesday in 2 easy-to-listen to pieces, so you can keep up to date with all the action and suspense of our campaign wherever you are listening from. Of course, if you want to check us out in real time and see everything unfold as it happens, then you can always head over to our Twitch channel, D20 by the Sword, to see us play every Sunday at 7 p.m. GMT. Now, get comfy, turn up that volume, and settle in for this week's episode of Nyxalia, an Aetherbound Saga, here at Dice by the Sword.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to the second half of this session. If you're watching on YouTube, welcome to part 2 of this week's episode. All the announcements were in part 1. We're not going to get into announcements again, but thank you very much for joining us. It has been a wild episode so far. So let's just jump right back into it. Yeril, it's time, I think, to hear your story.
Yes. Yeril will come and sit round the fire with everyone. She'll take a moment just to prepare herself for talking about this. I've kept this for so long, it's hard to talk about.
Oh, that's the wrong song. Sorry.
That's
Sorry.
okay.
That's the right one.
That was good.
There you go.
It's been so long since I talked about this. I've kept it locked away deep in my soul for so many years. I've been too afraid to tell anyone for fear of the anger and the pity they may feel for me. But I feel safe with you, all of you. And I feel with everything that had gone on this past day and the strange occurrences that have been happening even since Whistlestone with me, me dances. I was not always a cleric. I was not always Yeril Whistledge. I was born Quillet Zark. I was born to a high-ranking family within the Crimson Flock. My father, Kolek, is the general of the Crimson Flock, an Aarakocra mercenary group, a feared army. We can strip a nation bare and kill all those in our path, was the motto that we went by. We were feared and we were dangerous. As the eldest child, I was born to become the new captain, to be my father's second in command. My childhood was not one of love and care. It was of strict regiment and training. I was taught at a young age how to fight, how to never back down, and how to outwit your enemies. If I did not get it the first day, I would face the full punishment until I did. Day after day, after day, after week, after month. I grew to know the whip and the rod as my teachers. As a captain, I could be nothing less than perfect. I was bred to be the ultimate killing machine. My father expected everything of me to be his tool, not to care, not to love, not to have sympathy, but to see the world in black and white. You are either with us or against us. And any care and love I showed was a weakness for him, a letdown, an area which he had failed. My mother was the one true soul in my life who tried to show me the care, that I could have a heart and also defend my family. I could wield weapons, but still show sympathy. That I could still take a life, but love. My father didn't approve of it, which is why her lessons would be in secret. Be it after a day of taking a punishment and trying not to let the tears fall from my eyes. She would sneak in, raise my chin, and tell me I was allowed to cry. Tell me I was allowed to feel the hurt of letting my father down and that it was okay. And so, as years would go on, I learned to try and have a dual life of destruction, but with care, a difficult tightrope, but something I felt I needed to keep me whole. When I was getting older, my sister was born, Yalir. I used to call her Ellie. She was my shadow. She went everywhere with me. She wanted to be a great captain like I was one day. But my father saw her as a pawn to marry to another of the family within our flock. A pawn for his machinations, for his ability to gain power. He didn't see us as daughters. He saw us as tools to build his empire and have dominion. Yalir grew up differently to I. She grew up to be a lady. She grew up for poise and elegance. She was kind. She was sweet. She had such an imagination. And we would always have each other's backs. She'd call me Letty. And that was our little code for each other. As I got older, my training was coming to an end. I'd finally become this tool for my father. But I needed to pass one last test. I needed to lead my first mission. It was happening in a city not too far away. My father wanted their temple sacked, and they wanted its people dead. I accepted this mission and I undertook it. Dedicated, proficient, tactical. I ordered my men to siege the city, to sack the temple, and kill any who came in its path, myself included. I wielded a sword, and blood covered me. I did not care who I struck down that day. All I know was I was completing a mission. I was fulfilling my life's work. And I was doing all I was made to do. After the massacre was over, I went back to report to my father to say that the job had been done and I was his captain now. Captain Quillet Zark, a name that should have struck fear into the hearts of anyone who heard it. A captain who would go down as one of the fiercest and most bloodthirsty that there ever was. And then he told me something. Something that I've carried for 5 years. It seems that my wonderful, charitable mother and sister were visiting the temple that day. To try to be a savior and try to connect the city with ours through charity and outreach. They had visited the temple to bring an offering to their god. And in the massacre they had been slain through my command and my word. I didn't believe him at first. I thought this was another test. I thought he was trying to break me. I ran to the temple. And I saw my mother's coat. Feathers had been ripped from it, and blood stained and pooled in the area. Next to her, the small wings and elegant dress of my sister. And the last words he said to me, "My captain, you will be magnificent." Those words have haunted me and ring in my ears every night. And the bodies I see every time I close my eyes. Something in me snapped and I ran. I ran and ran and ran from that site. My name was called after, but people tried to stop me. But I just kept running. I ran for weeks. I ran until I no longer recognized where I was. I ran until my legs gave out. My wings would not carry me, and I crawled for days to get further away from that site. Somehow I managed up in a city I'd never been before. And I looked for anything that would keep me going and keep my journey going. A pool of water, scraps, anything. And as I was collapsing on the steps of a building, the mother of the temple came out and took me in. She was my guiding light. And she brought me in, nursed my wounds, gave me food and water. And that's how I discovered Serenita. She found me when I was nothing. I was close to death. I should have died, but I didn't. And she gave me purpose. The Whistle Edge Temple. And once I'd recovered, and I had learned what I must do, I changed my name. I took it in remembrance of my sister, and I became Yarrow, so that my actions would always be remembered every time someone called my name, or I wrote my name, or I saw my name. I would never forget what I did to them. And I would go from town to town, city to city, village to village, and I would make those less fortunate happy. I would fix problems. I would take any opportunity I could to make the lives of others better so that none of them would have to suffer anymore. And the last 4 years, that is what I have done. I'm trying to atone for the death of my mother and my sister. And I still can't forgive myself for it. The reason why I was taken the other night, I was taken and I was shown something that I could not deem possible. The person who kidnapped me and who inflicted harm and wounds onto me was that of my sister Yelier. She is alive and now is the captain of the Crimson Flock. And she's going to undo her charm around her neck. She's going to open it and hand it forward to everyone to see. This is what has been my holy symbol all these years. Trying to help the thought of my family know that I am doing better. To show my mother that my soul was once good. To show my sister that I was somebody to look up to. And to show my father that I was never going to be his tool again. Going to sit back, hold the locket as it is now, close to her chest, and look out to all of them. I await your judgment.
Peanut will run and hug her. She will not do anything else. She will get up and she will just run and wrap her arms as tightly around Yarrow as she can.
Yarrow's going to be caught off guard for a second, not expecting this. And she's going to just wrap her arms as tightly as she can around Peanut and start to cry. No
We'll
words
tap her.
said, just
Go
cry.
back.
But a cry that's... You can feel every emotion pouring out from her. This is a cry from her heart. This is an aching cry. This is a cry that's been needed to have for many years, but has never happened.
She will slowly kind of take you off her, like to look at her, and she's gonna look you like dead in the eyes. I don't have any judgment. I think you're brave for telling us everything you did. And you're not alone anymore. And I think I speak for everyone when I say you have another family. And you don't have to worry about protecting us. We can protect you too. We will do anything you need, okay? You know you got me. And I got you. And she'll take out like a little cookie and she'll like put it in front of you. It's stale as hell. It's so gross. But she will just, I got you, okay?
She's going to take the cookie and she's just going to touch her forehead to yours and just say, my wonderful little dragon, what would I do without you?
He's like purple in the face at this point.
Coric's gonna kind of stand up and wander over and just kind of take Yeryl's hand and just say, say broom. He's just gonna grab her by the hand and just say, we've not known each other for very long, but I've had enough opportunity to see the kind of person that you are. And no matter what your history is, no matter what you've been through, that's still the person that you are. That's the person that you continue to be. You've taken that pain, you've taken that thing that you've been through and turned it into positive for the rest of the world, turned it into positive for us. Now, sit down and eat some food, because I can only imagine you're bloody starving. And I'm going to go back and sit down.
She'll sort of take your hand and squeeze it and say, thank you. Thank you so much, my friend. And she'll be almost like CEO meeting. Like, just a couple of things, but
Good.
she'll feel very warmed by each mouthful.
Davius, Ulrich, doing anything?
Unbelievable. The next time you're going to be spying on me, at least tell me you were a part of a Crimson Flock Assassins or whatever, so I know not to hit you so hard. He's like pet.
That was the old me. I try not to bring that life with me anymore. I try to not bring that part of my life back with me, but sometimes the old muscles remember some things.
Yeah, well then we need to teach him something new. Something nice for a change.
Oh, well, I'm sure you'll be able to show me some moves.
I'm sure of it too. Pet.
Just going to look at Ulrich. Almost a bit more to, like, if she's waiting for something, like she's a bit nervous what he may say.
Ulrich, sort of looking at everyone, again, quite observantly, just reading people and what's being said. He kind of stands tall, sort of against the fire. I can see him kind of thinking for a second before he looks to Yeryl and smiles as he always was and says, it's as difficult thing you have come to do, Yeryl, and it is not something that I or any of us will judge you for. If you need strength, we are here to grant it to you and give it willingly. If you need a stone to rest upon, I will be any number of mountains you wish. I don't want to. I won't leave you behind just because of who you once were. I mean, we kept Octavius around this long and he wanted to be a lawyer. He was literally one of the worst people you could imagine. So, you know.
Excuse me, there's Peanut too.
I think what I'm trying to say is you are dear to all of us, and your past does not define who you are in our eyes now. I still feel the same way that I have always felt for you, if not a little bit more respect and admiration. You've done more than I could ever do. So
she's going to try and take his hand.
there is a brief sort of pull before he just takes it and squeezes it, and you sort of the smile is there, and he's kind of, yes, sorry, long day, and he gives you a squeeze before pulling back and standing just where he is, sort of looking, just cowering.
She's going to sort of nod back and just put her arm around Peanut.
Oh, it's a long day, and I've nearly died for the third time recently, so I am going to find a place to rest my head. If you all wouldn't mind waking me for the final watch of the evening, I will bid you good night and sleep well. It's been a long day for all of us. Yes. And he
Good
kind
night.
of
Sleep well, Rick.
he goes to find himself one of the two-man tents and just kind of shuffles in, but like at least 3/3 of his legs are sticking out of like the end.
Yeah. Just boots out the end of a tent.
Yeah, knees, boots, like the whole sort of like this.
Yeah.
You see it wiggle a bit. And it's like,
Yeah. Before anyone else gets up, Yo was just going to ask them to sort of stay and huddle in a little bit closer, and just in a hushed tone, she's just going to say, I know we've been through a lot today, and this evening has turned into a lot. But is anyone else thinking that there's something wrong with Ulrich?
That. Oh my god, I never thought someone would mention it. He's not who I. No, there's something wrong. That's not Ulrich. He sounded really weird. I think it has something to do with the ring.
I think
Because
so too.
this stuff, and she points at like the black like mark that's all over her hand. I think it's somehow related, but
Yeah, you should watch that.
yeah, you
I
should
was going
watch
to
your
grab
mouth
her
out.
hand quickly. She's going to grab her hand and just say, did that get bigger?
Yeah, it did. Yeah. Everywhere.
When did that get bigger?
I don't remember. Sometime. And then
Okay.
when me and Ulrich, he said he went to a silver place.
Was that what he said he went to when we were at the mines?
It sounds familiar, but I can't pinpoint where. But see, I've met Ulrich when we went behind the veil before.
You have?
Yeah, when he died the first time, and I was there by accident, and then I got in trouble for being there. But then I went again, and I saw him, but he couldn't hear me, and he couldn't see me. And there was some sort of strange wall between us, and I can't remember if it was silver or not. I don't know. But you know, there's something in the back of my head. Remember Elwyn?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was a dick.
Oh.
And He wasn't a dick the first time that I met him. He was actually really sweet and really sad. And he just wanted his dad to remember him. So then I did that and I killed the monster and then he was a dick.
Hmm.
That's suspicious.
Very suspicious.
Yeah.
Well-
I'm gonna go tickle his feet. And she'll run off and like go to like try and she says that, but she's not. She's gonna go and try and sneak in and like see if she can see the ring on his hand. Like she wants to try and have a look at it.
Okay.
I
Roll me
just-
Go ahead.
Oh, no, yeah, no, carry on with that. Sorry.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a stealth check, please, Peanut.
That is a 22.
Okay. Dan, what was that? Sorry.
No, nothing. I can work off of that. It was before that, but don't worry. Carry on with
Okay.
what you're doing, Joe.
You pull back the canvas awning of the tent and kind of slowly step inside. Ulrich is laying flat on his back with his hands firmly kind of crossed and placed on his chest. You do see that there is a ring. In fact, there's 2 or 3, I believe, but there's 2 rings on either hand. Oh,
Yep.
sorry, 1 ring on either hand. Sorry.
I'm gonna just sneak like around the side of the tent. And she's not gonna do anything. She's just kind of like judging. Like her inner monologue is like, "Why is he sleeping like a dead person? Who sleeps like that? That's so weird." Anyway, why am I here? Oh yeah. And she's gonna like lean over and like look at the ring.
Mm-hmm.
And she's gonna like hover, like try and hover her hand over it, like just to see if there's any, like if she feels that weird like tingling that she had before over it.
How loudly did you say any of those things in this?
No,
tent?
it was in her
In
head.
my head.
Oh, is it Montblanc?
Yeah.
It's my inner monologue. I'm saying it to myself.
Sorry, yeah, fair crack.
Don't worry. You wave your hand over Ulrich's. There isn't any sensation that you feel in your hand.
Okay.
Also, you've been called out in chat. Gio says that you sleep like that.
Gio, I do feel like that. I do. Go clean the dishes. Fuck you.
Whoa, Jesus.
Whoa.
She is actually doing the dishes.
Tonight.
While this is happening,
Domestic
what are the
violence.
other 3 of you doing? Because it is coming to the end of the adventuring day. So while Peanut is off investigating this, are any of you doing anything, or should we start figuring out who's on which watch?
Yeah, we could just sort of be like, I think just depending on what Peanut says, we just keep an eye on Ulrich, see if everything else is okay. But I'm happy to take the first watch. I'm still pretty wired from having to of telling my tale. So if you both want to sleep first, I can come and wake somebody up for the next watch.
And he's like holding the soup, and guys, do you know I only meditate for 4 hours, right? Like I can take 2 watches too.
Bloody hell.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
we'll all take it. Well, you can go next then. You can have your 4 hours meditation while I'm doing my watch, and then Karik, if you're okay with that, you can go after Octavius. And then maybe one of us is up with Ulrich in case, so he's not on his own, just in case something is wrong. Maybe.
That would have came out at this point, so she'll volunteer to
Yeah.
take a watch.
Okay. Maybe do you want to do a watch to keep an eye on Ulrich? You both do the last watch.
That's okay.
Okay, that's what we'll do then. We'll just keep an eye on everything, and go on. All of you go get your sleep and your meditation. I'm happy to take the first watch.
You all do so. You go to your respective tents. Geralt, you let the fire die down, but don't extinguish it. The glow of embers keeping you ever so slightly warmer than you would be without them, but it's casting very low light within a small proximity. The sun completely dips beneath the western hills, leaving the sky painted in streaks of gold and lavender. The air cools quickly, and the crackle of the campfire is the only sound for miles, it seems. Insects chirp, and I need to plug my headset in.
Is that what the cheeping is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Insects chirp. Beep. Beep.
Yeah, insects chirping, that's exactly what's happening. And the wind sighs softly through the long grasses along the roadside. A few embers drift lazily up into the darkening sky, swallowed by stars one by one. Your watch is uneventful. There is no need for alarm, and you take solace in this time to collect your thoughts before you go and wake the next person up for their watch.
Octavius, are you meditated up?
And he's like, meditation up?
You got your chill on.
Yeah. You can see him just pretty much meditating with his mask on, just trying to get a feel for it as well. And he's like, no.
Oh, well, it's your turn, so...
I'm awake. Yeah, I just started to have a nice dream. All right.
Have a good one. And she's just going to go back and sort of roll into
Yeah,
sleep
and
so I can get to bed.
Yeah, and just looking at everything, he will, by the way, he will pour some water on the fire. So there are no actual embers, because I see no one did that at all. Like, the fire is seen from a mile away, and everyone's just like, okay, let the fire go after we've been attacked by someone. Yeah, good job. So he's gonna get that off. And,
Okay.
just playing with his cards, just going over, playing some solitaire a little bit, poker, blackjack, trying to refresh the memories, because it's been years. Well, it's been actually half a year since he last played a card game like this, so he's just trying to refresh his memory.
Okay. Night has taken full hold, and a velvet black sky stretches out overhead, pierced by constellations that gently rotate above you. An occasional gust of wind rustles leaves in the nearby trees. Somewhere in the distance, an owl calls. There is no firelight, but every now and again you hear the crackle of the embers once more, just as they are extinguishing. The world is silent now, save for the rhythmic breathing of your sleeping companions. Even the wind seems to have died down, almost like it's holding its breath, and a layer of dew has begun to form, making the grass shimmer faintly in the starlight. There's a peaceful stillness, so quiet, but also giving you a moment to reflect, to think, or perhaps even to ask yourself a few questions. As time passes through the night, your watch is also uneventful. You go to the tent that Korik is sleeping in to wake him up.
And just coming in, because it is Kohik, my dearest of friends, he would be very, very soft on how he's going to wake him up. It's like, Kohik, wakey, wakey. We have a city to burn. Come on.
What? Wait, what? What was that?
It's your shift, man. Get up.
Did you say something?
Yes, it is your shift.
Oh, before that, did you say something before that?
Wakey, wakey.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, good. I'm gonna.
That must have been a Keanu Reeves kind of dream. I don't know, man. But yeah, come on, wake up. You wouldn't know him. He's a noble.
Right.
he's a legend. You would know it.
I'm gonna reach into my bag and pull out a bit of paper and a pencil and go sit by the fire. Well, the no longer fire, but where the fire was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I by the way extinguished it, which you guys were supposed to do, but oh well. And he will go back into the meditating position a little bit.
Okay.
And close off the tent.
Korik, your watch is just before dawn. Faint glow touches the eastern horizon. Not yet sunrise, but a promise of it. The world seems to stir ever so slightly. Birds rustle in the trees, and the wind returns, carrying the scent of distant salt air. The fire is no longer dwindling. The coals have completely burnt out, but a hush still lingers, giving you time to do whatever you'd like on your watch.
So Coric's got his bit of parchment and a pencil, and he's just basically going to be scribbling down ideas for his egg cannon.
Okay.
He's just kind of doodling ideas for like delivery methods for the eggs and somewhere to keep the confetti. So he's just basically kind of doodling away.
Hell yeah. You get lost in this for a good couple of hours. Before long, the sun begins to rise, marking the end of your watch. There is nothing of note during your watch, but it is time just to get a last couple of hours sleep, and it's time to wake Ulrich and Peanut.
Yeah, so I'll go into Peanut's tent first.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Now,
Jesus.
Whoa. Don't shoot the messenger. It's
Dad.
it's
I
it's,
told you to
your-
stop sneaking up on me. Jesus Lord, this Mike.
I think Yao being asleep, right? It's quite difficult to not. I could have been louder. I get to sleep because of y'all, so y'all gonna sleep because of me.
Yep.
Reference. Hold on.
Holy shit, I was not expecting that. Incredible.
Yeah, you could have been louder. I'm very grateful that you were not. Otherwise, I would have put the shovel so far up. So what can I do for you?
Well, it's your
Oh.
turn. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Oh, and also, and I'm just gonna show her the sketches that I've been working on so far.
You see,
Yeah.
they're not exactly rudimentary, but you see the startings of some blueprints for a egg and confetti cannon thing.
Confetti cannon thing. We'll have to work it. We'll workshop the name.
Yeah.
I have a name. I can't remember what I named it, but I named it something, and I will find it. But I did name it. I have a name already for it. Don't you worry about that. Okay.
Okay. Well, if you don't
Okay.
mind, I'm gonna put my head down just for a little bit longer because could do with a little bit more sleep.
That's fine. I'll go get the big guy. Oh, and just as I'm like leaving the tent, I'm gonna. It's Cheese in the hammock.
Cheese is sleeping directly next to the hammock.
What an asshole! An absolute asshole.
Oh no!
I
Every
should
single
kill him.
time, every night you go to sleep, you put him in the hammock,
Yeah, I
and
know.
he will pretend to be asleep until you are, and then just get out of it, get comfy, and go to sleep himself.
Just for the new people in the chat, this is Cheese. This is Cheese. My pride and joy. He needs to be in his hammock. Anyway, that's another problem. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna just give him the silent as I calmly walk out the tent. And I'll go over to Ulrich's tent. And then I'm just gonna go really loud.
Okay, Ulrich, this will
So
wake
loud.
you up.
What? What?
Why do you sleep? Why do you sleep like that? Are you waiting for death? Like what's happening?
Why do I sleep like what? Why are so
Like
many
this,
questions so early? What's wrong?
Like this, like the like a plague victim. What is this?
It's a very specific thing. I don't know how to. Are we getting up for the morning? Is it morning?
Oh.
Is that what you're saying to me, Peanut?
Yes, it is. It is. Yep. And then she'll go on and like really like super annoying at this time of the morning. Like you've just opened your eyes and like that really excited kid that is like telling you so many information. Like, oh, did you know that Gork's gonna make me an egg gun? And he designed it like this whole time as she's like leading him out of the tent.
Like being led out, sort of hunched over, and then coming to full height as the hand will just naturally pop out of theirs. Him.
Ugh.
Being at least 6 foot to 7 foot taller than her. No, it'd be about 5 foot. You're only 3 foot tall, aren't you?
Yep.
Yeah. So like he just sort of stands at full and goes, that sounds like a very effective weapon for breakfast, perhaps. I don't. Why do you want to do these things?
To make eggs?
To fire them at people. Don't you want to do something more useful, like stabbing or cutting, you know?
Yeah. But then this is mostly for people that really annoy me, that I can't kill. So, you know, like Octavius, when he's really annoying, I can take out the gun and I can just shoot him in the back of the head. I really want to shoot it on his new mask.
Octavius will remember this.
No, you won't.
You both have
That's why I'm
the
writing it
final.
down.
You both have the final watch. The sun crests over the hills, spilling golden light across the land. The road ahead is touched by warmth, and the chill in the air begins to lift. Birds begin to sing in full chorus as the world slowly awakens. A new day is beginning, unwritten, full of possibilities.
As this happens, Ulrich is, as the day is sort of breaking, he's still listening to Pina if she's talking, but kind of seems to be looking towards where the horizon would be. And then when he finds the horizon and feels the sun crest over it, he's again in the sort of zen-like trance you've seen him in before. He just stands in the sunlight as it streams across him, and you just sort of you see him close his eyes and just smile lightly as the sunlight hits all of him. And he does very little of watching or looking around anywhere. He just seems to be basking in the light of a new day. Just breathing deeply, just...
Did you know that cookies are actually secret spies for the moon? Did you know? So every time you take a bite into a cookie...
Haven't you told me this story before?
Oh, yeah, I did. Okay, hold on. If you eat a cookie and one bite, you can understand the secret language of squirrels. Yeah, I did it one time, and the squirrel started giving me directions to the best
Oh,
tree.
we have so many stories to go through, Peanut. Again, this is another one I swear
okay.
you have said this to people before.
Okay, let me think of my...
The final watch continues with these stories being
goes on for ages.
absolutely battering Ulrich with these stories. You all gain the benefits of a long rest. You have your hero points replenished. Dan, you'll get your 1 hero point back if if you've spent the additional 1 and it's spent.
Yeah.
But you all get your hero points back, your spell slots, hit points, all that good stuff. I will say that this is a moderately, a moderate environment. So up to 75% of your hit points you can roll back. That's fine. But dawn creeps slowly over the treetops. Its first light, filtering through the canopy, is like liquid gold. The fire has long since burnt down, casting dull red glows ever so slightly that pulse gently in the air. Birdsong begins to stir, hesitant at first, but then confidently building into a morning chorus. Dew clings to the grass and tents, and a soft mist curls low around the base of the tents, still clinging to the last threads of the night. You awaken to the smell of damp earth and the sounds of boots shifting on wet leaves as Ulrich and Peanuts walk around. And the quiet peace that follows, a hard-won battle. There's a soreness in your limbs, but it's the kind that reminds you that you're alive. The camp is still for a moment, almost reverent. Then the world begins to stir. You all awake.
Is Ulrich still sort of standing basking in the sun?
No, that was so
That was
as
before,
as
in,
as the sun's sort of risen into the sky and it's now sort of where it is. He's kind of moved from his place, and he just has various sort of odd fruit foods in like an arm and in his hands. He just seems to be, again, very much enjoying what he's eating. He's like a carrot or something just odd for the morning, and he's just kind of like, and he's like stuffing his pockets with a bit of jerky and like just wandering the camp, waiting for it seems he's waiting.
Okay. Yeryl's going to sort of get up and go over to him first. Good morning. I hope you slept well.
Oh, it's the best sleep I've had in a very, very, very long time. It was peaceful, to say the least. I hope you did too after all of yesterday. You know, it was hard.
Yes. No, it was hard but necessary. I think everything we've been through, and I imagine that the flock will still come after us. They've dispatched people. They want me back, so I imagine that this isn't going to end. But no, I feel safe with all of you. And then she's again going to try and take his hand, but the hand that's got the ring on it.
Okay.
And just sort of slightly, so they're facing each other, and just take his hand and just squeeze it and say, "But I feel the most safe with you."
As you say this, his hand sort of comes up to the shoulder and sort of squeezes a little, and the smile reappears. Well, like you've said before, we've got each other's backs in this, and I would be lying if I said I didn't feel safe with you too. I feel safe with all of them, but you and I, two sides of the same road, I suppose. Yours is a journey of choice from fate, and mine is a journey of fate, choice, I suppose. I don't know. But I will be there for you, and I will do what needs to be done to protect you. I always will.
And me for you too, always. She's sort of going to release his hand a bit, but then sort of turn it over and sort of start looking at the ring on his finger.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever really looked at this ring before. It's the one we got when we were at the Knowles camp. Is that right?
Oh, yes. And as you do, his hand sort of comes away. Yes, we found it in the tower. I put it on, and it, like I said when we were fighting the creature with darkness for a face, it makes me feel stronger.
Why? Well, can I look at it?
If you wish, I suppose. And there's a genuine sort of yes, no, and you see his eyes sort of look aside and just, of course, sorry, I shouldn't be so precious about my things.
She's going to look at, and then she's going to try and start taking it off his finger.
Okay. Are you doing this deliberately?
Yes.
Okay. You place your fingers on the ring and begin to try and pull the ring off Ulrich's hand. Ulrich, how do you react to this?
As you do this, you see the finger that it's on, which is that one.
Mm-hmm.
Just bend ever so slightly. He's not taking his hand away, but the finger curls so that it would have to be like a hook type thing. It's not a case of just holding it flat. And as he grabs, he's like, "What are you doing?"
I just wanted to look at the ring. You said I could look at it. I just want to have a look and see what metal it's made of, and if there's anything on it.
Are you a metallurgist? Do you deal with smithing? Do you know what metal? Does it matter?
I have seen lots of metals. I'm just curious about this ring. We picked it up at the Knoll camp, and we haven't really talked about it much more. I'm just curious about it. What is? It's me. I'm not here to.
Of course, but this is mine.
I know it's yours. I'm just looking at it. I'm not trying to take it. I'm just trying to look at it.
Then you don't need to remove it. You can just use your eyes and observe it. That is looking too.
Why won't you let me look at this ring?
Why are you saying you can't look at it unless it is off of me?
Because I want to inspect it further. I want to see the inside of it. Maybe.
Sort of turns his hands like, well, then there you go.
But the inside of the band that your finger is currently in, I can't see that.
I think this is a conversation for we have tracks to make and places to go to, don't we? So let us. And he sort of gives your shoulder like a light. Let's make our way off. And he breaks away from this and just starts heading towards like a tent to start breaking down.
Daryl, go get him.
She's gonna run after him and just grab his arm and turn him around. And she's almost gonna just sort of like grab both of his arms and look at his eyes.
As you do, as he turns, you see a glare. He's like, leave me alone. It is just a ring. There is nothing wrong. Please.
If it's just a ring, then why won't you show me?
Why do you want to see it so badly?
You have become suddenly very defensive of this ring. This has not happened before. I want to see it, and I want you to show it to me now.
I have been getting a bit out of hand.
I have been wearing it since the Goblin Tower. No one has cared up to this point. I don't know why it matters.
Well,
it is just a ring of power.
Well, if it's a ring of power, it could be dangerous. That's why I care.
Am I dangerous? Do you distrust me?
I have a spell ready.
I'm starting to question you. I'm starting to question you.
I have saved your life, or your lives, numerous times with this on. There is nothing wrong.
And I have saved your life. You're not okay. This is not you. I know you. This is not you. Yes, I do.
Well, we thought we knew you, and we now know more. Maybe there is more to me than you don't know.
Yeah. Like what? And Peanut's gonna run up and try to get
Yarrow will drop her arms at that point and look really hurt. She's gonna really take a step back from that on that one.
Peanut's between them at this point. Like she's like in the middle of mom and dad fighting, and she's
is watching.
Ulrich, hey.
What?
Don't you want me?
I will watch anyone I like.
You will not want me. Excuse me. Mm-hmm. Hey, how about you give me one of your uppies?
Why?
Just so I can have a little scout of the area.
We'll get into flatter ground. Let's pack, get on to Maisie, get onto the cart, and make our way to Duskport. We have things that need to be accomplished and a goal in mind. Okay. I'm just trying to sort us out, okay? Don't worry. It's fine.
Okay, and I'm going to grab Yarrow's hand, and I'm going to walk off with her. I'm going to try and be like, la 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 la.
Yarrow will walk off with her, but sort of give a last look at him of confusion and deep hurt and walk off.
As they walk off, Ulrich looks to Octavius and Korik and just sort of, as he's rolling up a tent, and launches it quite heftily towards the back of the cart so it sort of lands at the back. He just looks and goes, if you want to, start packing anytime, gentlemen. It's not a race. And he just continues to pack down.
Oh, sure. Yeah, just, didn't want to disturb you and your... Yes. Anyway. Yeah, let's start.
Don't get that reference. I've not read the books.
They are super old, man. Even I read them. And I don't read.
Yarrow, this is not okay. He didn't let me do uppies.
No, that's not our Ulrich.
Oh, there's something wrong.
There's maybe he's been like this for a while and we haven't seen it, but I've not sensed it. maybe when he disappeared, but he said he
Yeah.
came back. I
He
don't
did come
understand.
back. I don't know. I think there's something to do with the ring and then this black mark that I have, because when we went into the thing to go fight the monster thing that was making everyone forget their memories, we both had this really weird feeling, and I don't know. I just think that there's something off about him. He always tells me to go up so I can get a better view of things, and I just don't like it. I think I can maybe try to go back into the veil and see if I can find anyone that can maybe help me with any kind of answers. Because I don't like this.
Maybe. I think if that's where you think you both went before,
I think so.
Maybe it could be of some use. I mean,
Yeah.
should we try and pack up and do it on the cart? Or
Yeah, I think we do it as a secret. Don't let him know. Like we distract him and like we think that nothing goes wrong, and he doesn't know that there's something off.
No, of course. Well,
Okay.
well, let's pack up and she's going to take her hand and just sort of really look at Garrett and squeeze and say, "Thank you for being so wonderful and always having my back."
Always. I've always got you. I told you from the first day that I'm not going anywhere. As much as people sometimes really want rid of me, I'm not going anywhere. I don't leave people. People leave me. And I'm not leaving you.
I'm not leaving you. I'm sorry I wasn't there, but I didn't go willingly or even knowingly. I would never leave you.
I know. That's why I beat down every door in that town to find you. And I will do it again.
That's my dragon. And she's just going to go and start packing up.
Yep.
Okay. You all start packing up. Korik, what is it you're doing?
I mean, I think he's just basically going to be joining the rest of the group, kind of packing stuff up. He's going to kind of walk up to Yeril and Peanut and say, Ulrich seems to have got up on the wrong side of the bed this morning.
Yeah.
Yes, he's not quite himself this morning.
No, I hope what was ever in that bag that he chucked about, I hope it wasn't too fragile, because bloody hell, he was being a bit rough with it.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, I know he's got his strength, but usually he's a bit more subdued than that. He's a bit more careful and cautious. This is just a bit of, well, I don't know. It just seems to be just not like himself today.
Maybe he just needs a good breakfast.
Yeah, that's probably it. I'm sure all of us will feel better with a good breakfast in us.
Yeah. Maybe I should try to get something sorted out. Anyway, I'll keep packing stuff up.
A short time passes. All packs are shouldered, weapons checked. Cart has been made ready as you all begin to break. The road to Dustport still lies ahead. Closer now, but with miles yet to go. The sun peeks over the trees, spilling warmth over the clearing. A new day begins. Is there anything anybody would like to do before you guys set off?
We're going to give Maisie some carrots and some apples.
Yep.
And give her a good pet and make sure she knows she's the best.
No, tell her that I'll beat her in poker next time.
Yeah, exactly. Just not brag about her winnings, and just make sure that she's well sorted.
He is looking proud and ready to go.
That's good. Before we head off, Yero's just going to sort of bring everybody back together again quickly and just say, I want to thank you all for being so kind and so understanding with what I told you yesterday. It's not been easy for me to talk to you about this, but I must warn you that this does mean now that we will probably be attacked again. I imagine that they are after me and that they want me to return to my father. And although I do need to find them, I need to go back at some point because I need to get my sister out of there and find out some more answers. I don't think I'm ready yet, but more may come, and I don't want to put anyone else in harm. If it would rather I go back to Whistlestone and wait out there, I'm happy to do that. I don't want to put anyone in harm's way any further than if I can stop it.
And I'm just gonna hold onto your hand like really, really tight. I'm not going anywhere.
We've got your back.
In front.
You all get on the cart and begin your journey southward again. And the road winds ever southward, cutting through the heart of the Stormward province like a ribbon stretched across a great living tapestry. The landscape around you begins to shift. The dense forest thins, replaced by gently rolling hills and a wide, open fields swaying with golden grass. In the distance, the silhouette of mountains loom like slumbering giants, their snow-capped peaks kissing the horizon. You pass crumbling stone markers carved with weathered runes, remnants of an age before the Sundering, now half buried in moss and time. Occasionally, a farmer's cart rattles by, or a flock of wind-sheared birds takes flight overhead in a burst of white and grey. The road here is well-travelled, but not crowded. Travellers greet you with wary curiosity, and more than one glance lingers on your weapons, your armour, and the dust of battle that still clings faintly to your boots. The air grows warmer, though, the further south you get, and with each passing hour, the sky wide with clouds streaking above you. Somewhere far ahead, a promise of the coast to come. You all have a bit of time to yourselves. What would you be doing during this travel? Go ahead.
Okay, so I was going to say about halfway through the travel time, seeming to have strangely adjusted to sort of reins, he sort of looks around and, shifting uncomfortably and leaning around, he'll sort of just pass them over to whoever's next to him, not really necessarily looking too much, but just sort of, you take and drive for a while, I want to stretch my legs. And he's just going to get off and just walk next to the cart and just sort of stretch and walk and enjoy and just seem to be taking time for himself in some sort of peace or need, just to be next to the horse, next to the cart, just walking. He's not going anywhere. He's not running ahead. He is just walking next to you. Every so often he'll break into a little jog and then slow down to come back, but he just seems to be exercising his legs.
Okay. Octavius?
Definitely still be trying to calibrate and do properly with his hidden knife compartment, because even when it comes to fight, he still somehow messes it up and slashes a pinky or something. So he's like still trying like a ow, one time. So yeah, he's still doing that and trying to use the fucking visibility on the mask. He needs to get adjusted to that as well. Just like with his bow, like as they're bumping, just the keyhole just like no. So yeah, he's trying to adjust it properly, do stuff with it. But yeah, that's what he's gonna be doing something he's not gonna be doing anywhere but on travel.
Okay.
Because that's the only good way. You need to calibrate.
Okay, perfect. Korik, what are you going to be getting up to?
He's going to be continuing with his blueprints. So he's got his paper out in front of him. He's kind of writing out little calculations, coming up with kind of ideas, writing notes about ways that the eggs can feed in, little experiments that he's kind of planning on doing, because he's basically gonna have to figure out how to get the egg in there and it not break and all this other stuff. But it's kind of taking a bit of an opportunity to use some of that inventing brain that he's got going on, because he's not really had that time, so he's getting a bit excited about that.
Okay, can you roll me a Tinkerer's Tool check, please? So it's a D20, plus your intelligence, plus your proficiency bonus, please.
Okay.
Because you're not actually tinkering, you are designing plans, so we're going to go intelligence-based check for this.
Okay. I just need to double check my intelligence. Right, okay. Oh, that's hot garbage.
Excellent.
10.
He's back! He's back, ladies and gentlemen!
Hell yeah. Okay, with a 10, you are working on the egg loading mechanism for a good 2 hours. Scribbling it, like rubbing it out, redrawing it, and kind of repeating the same thing about half a dozen times before you then start going, oh, okay, now we're going to shelve that and then start moving towards other areas of the design. I would say with a 10, you are moderately successful. I wouldn't say that you are absolutely knocking this out of the park, but you get you are making some progress. So all good stuff with
the
that.
Ideas phase.
Love that. Okay. Yarrow, what will you be doing?
I think it probably makes sense that both Auric and Yerrol are sitting at the front because they are the biggest. So I think it just is it's kind of the only room for them really. They'd be quite cramped back in the back of the car. So Yerrol will be sitting at the butt and we'll take over the reins when Auric hands them over. But I think what will be different this time is neither of them will really be talking to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Usually there'd be a lot of conversation and laughing and chatting and sort of musing on the horizons and the sights they're seeing. This time it's very cold. It's very they're almost looking in different. I imagine they're looking in different directions, not really talking. Maybe just every now and then saying take that, and it's okay. So it's very quiet kind of thing. When he gets out to or it gets out to walk, she's going to sort of keep an eye on him, but again, kind of still look away. She just sort of is very sort of confused with what's going on. She is going to sort of also turn behind her and sort of beckon over Peanut and say, if you wanted to go into that realm that you can do, just sit with your back to me so I have you. And if I need to pull the cart over and help you, I will. But just give me a sign or a warning if you need it, okay?
Okay, I'll do it now.
Okay, and she's just going to stay sort of watching vigilantly, but feeling almost like she's got one hand on the reins and the other hand sort of holding Peanut's hand or something. So it's that they've got each other, and she's kind of almost split in half, where half is keeping an eye on the road, half is making sure that she can sort of feel Peanut and that she's alert and she's okay, basically.
Okay.
Start counting.
Okay, so Peanut, you sit in the back of the cart, cross-legged, and close your eyes and begin to count down from 100. You get to 3, 2, 1. What happened?
Okay. She's gonna get really frustrated. She's like, try it again.
You do this 4 times, repeatedly, counting down from 100 to 0. Nothing happens. You cannot enter that space for some reason.
I will give Yerrol a squeeze on the hand, and I will.
Is everything okay?
I can't get in. I usually can get in after like 2 tries.
Hmm.
But I couldn't get in.
Is it
At all.
is it like someone's blocking you, or is it you can't do it? What does it
I don't
feel?
know. I start counting, and then when I get to 1, it usually goes dark. Then everything looks normal, but no one can see me. But this time, I could still see Korik. I could still see everyone, and they could still see me. I don't know. There's something weird. Usually, when I can't get in, it's because I'm really tired or I've just not been trying that hard. But yeah, I can't get in.
Hmm. It's strange that it's It's strange that it's not allowing you in after you've I know you've been practicing so much.
Been practicing. Oh, you're gonna take out her little diary that she has, and like with all her little pressed flowers, and it has like this little diary that she has is like her version of absolutely everything that's happened to her, but in her own bullshit way. And she's gonna just flick through all of it, like really, really frantic, trying to do it to the point where like some pages start like tearing a little as she's like pulling it.
DM, may I try something?
Yes.
Is there a way that I could place my hand on her shoulder and maybe ask Serenita for assistance in helping Peanut to go to the void, the realm, what it's called?
You can certainly try.
I don't know if it's like a religion check or something. I don't
Exactly
know, like
that, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let's see how we go. 21.
Oh.
Okay.
16 plus 5.
Okay. You place your hand on Peanut's shoulder and ask your deity for help. Peanut. You try again. And when you get to 1, your vision changes. However, this is not how you remember it the last couple of times you tried. This is very much like the time you saw Ulrich at the World Tree. You enter a completely shifting place. There is no remnants of your friends around you. You don't see anybody. You enter this otherworldly space full of bright lights, outstretched cloud in all directions. This is not how you remember this being the last 2 times you've been here. If it was here at all.
What is like to die? This is kind of cool. Maybe there is something after all. What was I doing? Oh, shit. Yeah. And she's gonna, like, kind of skip off. Like, she's kind of excited. And she's, like, going around looking to see if she can see anything, if she can spot anything, anyone, any person, anything.
You begin to look around. The thing that you spot immediately is isn't necessarily anybody, but the absence of somebody. Elwyn is nowhere to be seen. You begin to walk around, and you see the shapes of figures coming and going, none bearing you any mind or paying you any attention. They just seem to drift on a wind that you can't feel.
Good. Oh well.
Geralt, as you're looking behind, you see that on Peanut's lap, Cheese has hopped out of Peanut's pouch and is sat on her lap staring, like as if staring through Peanut, like just bump wide-eyed, staring at Peanut.
Can I sort of just like move from side to side to try and get like Cheese's attention, just to
You
sort
do
of see
so.
like is it having a funny moment, or is
Nope.
it
You see Cheese is staring, you move, you try to get in some form of eye line or something. Cheese's gaze does not break from Peanut, and all of a sudden, Cheese sits, closes its eyes, and its head goes down. Peanut, you hear a very familiar voice. Now, little spider. Art a tangled web you're trying to weave. I told you not to come back here, didn't I? You're messing with powers you do not understand. And I told you what would happen if you were to try again, did I not?
I think so.
This will be the last time we speak. For a very long time. Goodbye, Peanut.
Vixen,
Your vision goes completely shifts before you jolt up. As Peanut jolts in the back of the cart, Yerrel, Cheese's head rises, begins to blink, and jumps off and nestles it down in Peanut's pouch.
Are you okay? What did you see? Did you find out what happened?
no, I'm pissed.
Why?
I went to the place, but it didn't look the same, and I couldn't see any of you like I usually do. And it looked very peaceful and kind of like the road trip that Ulrich talks about. And then Vixandra was there.
Vixandra?
Yeah.
The friends that
My
you've
friend.
been looking for.
Yeah, she was there. And okay, I got in trouble for the second time, but I got in trouble because I was not supposed to be there, but I have the ability to go there, so why would I not? And then she got me in trouble, and she said that this would be the last time that we talk for a very long time. And I don't know what that means because she was my only friend.
That is
She left.
strange.
Yeah.
When you go into these words, do you go with Cheese?
Yes? No.
Cheese, you were under or where you went, and Cheese was looking at you like really intently, but I couldn't like sort of get his reaction. I was sort of waving at him and looking, and he was just looking at you, and then he closed his eyes, and then you woke up, and he woke up, and he's gone back into your perch. I didn't know if it was something like you went in together or something.
Oh, I've never taken Cheese with me.
Oh,
That's weird.
maybe it was just keeping an eye on you. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he protected me. But
Yeah.
I don't understand why she won't let me go in. She
Maybe
taught me how to do it.
Maybe she thinks it's dangerous.
Yeah, but out here is dangerous too.
Well, that's true. I don't know. It's a realm I have no history or connection with, sadly. So I can't say for sure if it's more dangerous or not. But maybe she has a good reason to. Maybe she's trying to stop you from doing something.
She promised that she would help me say goodbye to my sister. And that's how I can go there, because when Pickles left, and I was all alone, and Barty did what he did to me, he promised that I could...
What did they do
Barty.
to you?
Arthur, the guy that runs the circus?
Yes.
Yeah, after what he did to me, she promised that she would take me to go say goodbye to my sister.
But what did he do to you?
Who?
Barty.
Oh. Yeah, he's a bad guy.
What did he do to you, Peanut?
Yeah, it's a long story. It's a really long story. Sometimes I forget about it.
Did he
It
hurt
helps.
you?
Yeah.
Peanut, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Vixandra said that she was gonna help me say goodbye to my sister. Then I was gonna kill him. And then I was gonna get to go see the High Council, and I was gonna be able to be knighted, and I was going to be able to become back to my form as a real dragon. But now she doesn't even want to talk to me.
Well, she said that you're not going to talk to her for a time, so maybe she just needs some space for a bit. Maybe she just
Please?
needs.
She left me.
She's not left you. She's just maybe it's a lesson. I know Serenita does the same thing with me. She teaches me things in things I don't understand all the time, but then it turns into a lesson that I do. Maybe Vixandra is doing the same with you.
I hope so, because I want to be able to go to that place, say goodbye to Pickles, and be able to, go kill the circus.
Well, I'm sure that time will come and we'll help you. However much we can. I know it's probably not much, but we care for you. Like you said last night, we're kind of a family now.
Did you just say that we will help her kill a circus?
Shh.
Oh.
She's just going to sort of like put a hand over,
Just push him out of shot.
Yeah.
This isn't your scene.
Just
what are you talking
just
about?
focus on you're just doing a really good job with your new switchblades dagger thing. You just concentrate on that.
You guys just told her they would help her kill a circus.
We'd help
I
her.
don't like clowns, but not that much.
We'll help her with whatever she needs. If it clearly seems that Peanut
She
went through a
needs
lot.
an egg cannon from Kohik. I do not know what else help means in this situation.
Well, if she needs an egg cannon, she'll get an egg cannon. That's what she needs, and that's what she'll get. If she needs us to go and kill a circus, then we'll go and we'll sort that out.
Well, that sounds like a rich person behavior, which we are not.
As these conversations continue, the day passes.
Fine, by the way, guys, don't worry about me.
By the time the sun dips low on the horizon, painting the world in amber and wine, you see it. Far in the distance, almost floating in the sky itself, the rising spires and cranes of Dustport, its great sky ships circling like winged leviathans above the docks. Smoke trails from a dozen forges. You're still a day or more away, but its presence commands the skyline now. Your destination draws near, and with it, the threads of fate begin to twist once more. And talking of threads, Ulrich, the world around you is pale, washed in greys and ghostlight. Shapes of trees, rocks, the campsite linger like memories, their forms blurred and waving as if seen through misted glass. Sounds are muffled. Your companions are there, but not. Ghostly figures just beyond reach, their voices little more than echoes drowned in silence. Above you, a sky that is still lifeless, a dome of fog. You are alone here. For a time, there is only the sound of your own breath, until even that begins to fade, you watch as your friends go about their day, as if you've been pulled from the world and made to watch. You call out, you see what unfurled with Yarrow at the campfire. With every ounce of your being, you just want to pierce that veil and get back, but you can't. What do you want to do?
As Ulrich wanders the camp as they stopped, so going back to the night of the camp, sort of like the shadow he's becoming, he walks around and tries to place hands on his friends, tries to do something, and it's just like making his way through. He watches his body be piloted by this parasite and watches it eat food and touch the world as in his body, and he wants to scream and he wants to yell and shout, but he maintains a composure of, they will remember me, they will know that there's not me in there. I know they're my friends, and they know that there's not me inside that body. And as Yarrow sort of tells the story of what happened to her with the Crimson Flock, and as they all gather around it, he watches his own body stand awkwardly on the other side, sort of in his own way, is the shadow he is. He just places a hand around all of them to try and hold as it goes through, and he just stands looking over them all. And as the night walks through and he watches everyone get up, he sits next to Korik as he writes and draws the egg cannon and just sort of looks over and tries to make out what it is, and sits across from Octavius as he plays cards and tries to understand what's going on with gambling. But he's never gambled before, he doesn't know. But he just sits and looks, and then as Peanut talks to Ulrich, or this thing inside him, he looks down at them and he wants to pick Peanut up and he wants to hold her on his shoulder, and he can't. And he watches as this thing sort of berates and yells in his voice. And then during the argument where they're trying to take the ring, he stands next to Yarrow yelling at himself, trying to stop talking to them like this. These are my friends. This is my body, and you are taking my life, and I will take it back from you, you parasite. I will have back what is mine. And he tries to touch, and he knows he can't at this point, but he's just grabbing. And as they set off, he walks next to the cart behind his own body, watching it move and watching them do things. And he doesn't lose despair. He knows that in his mind, the World Tree showed him something, a vision of the future, a vision of him leading people somewhere, somehow. And as he walks and he looks at them all, and he smiles, sort of trying to still feel part of the group. He looks at them all in the cart and smiles, says, not long, not far, guys. We're almost there. We are almost to Dustport in the next part of our journey. I will be there with you. I will always be there.
From the corner of your vision, the fog darkens and parts just slightly as a figure emerges. A tall shape, cloaked in spectral furs, carved from shadow and starlight. One of the Giant Kin, one of them.
Is this the Giant King from the final trial where he was told to go back? The one that Charlie talked about, because you said that one was made of starlight.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Their voice deep, slow, and ancient, like glaciers grinding across stone. Wanderer, you should not be here.
I can't.
His eyes pierce the veil, studying you with the weight of 1,000 winters. This place is for the lost, of those unmoored from the cycle, You've crossed into a domain that is not yours to walk.
I was forced into this domain. Someone has my body. I was taken from myself.
He steps forward, placing a heavy hand on your chest where your heart beats. A soul displaced, a vessel stolen, and yet your spirit endures. There's a moment, Ulrich, then a ripple of faint blue light that pulses outward from you, as if in answer. As this happens, the Giantkin turns and studies this momentarily, or looking back towards you. You may claw your way back, if your will is strong enough, but the path will not open for free. From behind him, the mist parts once more, revealing a fractured mirror of sorts suspended in air, shards spinning slowly in place, each one reflecting pieces of your life, your past, your pain, your victories, your losses. The Giantkin raises a hand, still with one on your chest, but towards the mirror. Choose. Anchor yourself to what drives you, and call your spirit home. Your will holds, the veil will crack, and you may walk the world again.
See, as he says this, and he looks down, he places a hand over the hand that's on his chest. I have to, or it's not just for. I have to go back forth the world. I need to anchor myself because Magnus needs me. Mother needs me. Giantkin, they need me. But more importantly than that, Errol needs me. Enid needs me. Corhic needs me. Octavius needs me. And I need them to survive. And to get back to our adventures. I cannot lose them, and I will not, so I don't know if that counts as an anchor. I don't know if that is strong enough, but I will fight for everything with all that I have got, because I am the Red Raven, and the world is mine to help and save with everyone I love. So I give everything I can, my soul, myself, all of it. Yes. That is who I am. And that is what I will be till my end. And I don't know if he can, if the hand moves. He's about to turn off. No, don't do that. So he tries to walk towards the mirror to push himself through this, if he can.
You begin to take steps. The Giantkin steps out of your way and you move towards it, but it takes immense strength of will to do this. You feel a force, a wall almost pushing you back. Go ahead and make me an athletics check.
Can I try to summon the power of the world tree as I've done before? Can I try to pull what power I know from it and summon it up inside myself and try to rage against this wall keeping me away from myself? And just, no. And he just starts hammering at this wall, pushing, scratching, clawing as he tries to summon power of the world tree and rage to give himself more strength to push back into the world of the living.
You absolutely can. Go ahead and roll with advantage. Charlie's losing her shit right now.
Okay. With advantage, that's a 24 on athletics.
You push, and with a final almighty battle cry, you slam your fist, and the mirror shatters.
The second it does, his head just straight through.
Reality begins to fold inward as you feel the tether that was keeping you here snap. And that's where we're going to leave things tonight.
Oh.
For our characters. That was fucking brilliant. Well done. Okay. Where is it? There.
Oh no. Oh no.
The sound of hurried footsteps echo down the wet, cobbled alleyways of Dustport. Lantern light flickers along the walls, orange halos cast from rusted sconces mounted on leaning timber buildings, their shingles slick with spray from the rain. The city hums even after dark, but here in the lower tiers that hum feels taut, like a held breath. A figure darts through the narrow mazes of the streets, cloak drawn tight against the wind. The fabric is soaked with rain, clinging to worn leathers beneath. They keep to the shadows, moving fast, not recklessly, but with purpose. The kind of pace born from experience or desperation. People start shuttering their stalls as night drapes its cloak over the sky. A bell tolls somewhere high above, dull and distant. The smell of soot hangs thick in the air, masking all else. The figure pauses at a crossroad, heart pounds, breath misting in the cold. They glance over their shoulder. Nothing. No pursuers in sight, no watching eyes, and yet they take a step forward, then back again, uncertain. Boots splash in a shadow puddle, disturbing a perfect reflection of the moon between the eaves. A door opens somewhere far down the lane, spilling warm light and laughter out in the dark. The figure turns and slips down a side passage too narrow for a cart, where stones glisten like glass and the walls seem to press in closer with every step. Up ahead, a gate, half-hinged, a stack of crates, a fire escape. The figure climbs, hand over hand, to the rooftops above. From here, the city sprawls beneath them. A sprawl of smoke-streaked chimneys, spires crowned with lightning rods, and far in the distance, the shimmer of the skyport towers where airships rise like spectres. They crouch for a moment, perched above Dustport like a ghost of the city itself. A hand reaches up and lowers the hood slightly, just enough for the breeze to catch strands of dark, storm-tossed hair. And they vanish again, swallowed by fog and rooftop shadow. That is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh, what's going on?
Oh.
So, that brings us to the end of tonight's session. Let's turn this tense music off, otherwise everyone's going to have, like, palpitations and shit. But what a session, guys! Incredible. Really, honestly, brilliant from you guys. Like, holy shit. That was really, really good.
I'm
That's-
sorry for everything.
That is going to draw our session to a close. Luke, where are we sending the good folks?
We're going to send people through to the UGT show. They're currently streaming a Pathfinder 2e campaign.
Ooh.
Excellent. Well, that's all from us. I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone who has watched tonight. You guys have been wonderful. Chat has been incredible all throughout the session. Thanks so much for casting votes to make us play longer. That's always nice to see that you guys want to see more of this. We will be back next Sunday for more Nyxalia. If you need to catch up on any sessions in the meantime, please head over to YouTube. You'll find all of this campaign on there. Thank you, everybody. We will be back next Sunday. Please stick around for the raid and make sure you let them know that you're coming from Dice by the Sword. And we will see you next week. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
See you later. Well, we hoped you enjoyed that as much as we did. Hit all of those notification buttons, and if you liked what you heard, subscribe to us on the social media platform of your choosing to be kept in the loop with all that goes on here. Thank you so much for listening to us, and we hope to have you back soon.